And what I want to say in addition to that is there's always, I want to ask you to try to see the need behind the behavior. There is a reason why this child acts the way they do. And I just want to ask you, have you ever thought about why they're doing what they're doing? Not just immediately being offended and feeling disrespected. Why are they acting this way? Do you understand that some kids that come to class late or they sleep in your class, this child may have been being up all night being vigilant because they're being sexually abused and they're worrying about their abuser coming in the bedroom with them. And that's why they're tired. Or they were up all night because they're worried because their parents are not home. Not at work because they don't know where their parent is. And they wake up in the morning and their parent is still not there. And they're having to get their stuff and their siblings ready for school. Some parents are neglecting their children. They're not taking care of their children. They don't care whether they come to school or not. And I understand that you did not go to school to be a counselor or a therapist, right? I understand you went to school to be an educator. But if a child is in survival mode, the learning part of their brain is shut off because they're trying to survive. And that affects their ability to learn. Now, other kids, like, it just depends on what they're able to endure and their resiliency. Some kids will use academics as a coping mechanism, as an escape. School may be the only normal thing in some of these kids' lives. That I can count on these teachers to be here every day. That I'm at this school every day. This place is a safe place. I'm not being abused at school. What I'm asking you to do is find out if it's a need. Instead of being reactive, try to rationally detach. And you can look that up. I don't want to go too much of that in this video, but ask them what they need. Ask them are they okay? Instead of just being irritated. Because you'll never get to the education if this child doesn't feel safe. Because that's part of the problem. Most of these kids just don't feel safe. And they're upset. And they're hurting. And it's not at you. And I understand that it's hard not to take it personal when the kid is talking crazy to you. But a lot of times it's also our reaction to the way that they act that causes it to escalate. And I promise you, if you would just take some time to build relationships with kids, things will be a lot easier.